Fuad here, back on Behind the Gloves with another interview. I'm joined by David Price, who looked very, very sharp today. You're in your hometown, Liverpool. You're training here. A lot of fighters we see, move out their hometowns to get that concentration level back up, especially for big fights. What's the motivation for you to stay in your hometown?
I've over the years I've done all the living away from home and training away from home, and it works for some people. It just doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me at all. Sitting in a hotel room on my own, or in a flat on my own, or whatever. In boxing, you're in the gym with your trainer or your teammates for 2 hours a day, if that, and then the rest of the day you've got to spend a lot of time on your own, isolated, and it doesn't really work for me. So I prefer to have the distractions around me at home, and although I do get left alone enough to get adequate rest and sleep and things like that. So home is where the heart is for me.
20th of July, massive fight against Dave Allen. What do you do to prepare for someone like Dave Allen? What's the sort of mindset behind it for someone like Dave Allen?
Well, I know it's gonna be a tough fight. So prepare as well as I've ever done, if not more. So I've prepared really well for this fight, and I'm expecting a tough fight. I've been in the ring with better opponents than Dave Allen, that's for sure, and more dangerous opponents. But I think his durability is something that is his strength. So we're having to work on dealing with that, or trying to take that away from him, so to speak. So, but we're definitely giving him the respect he deserves in preparation.
And at this point in your career, the magnitude of this fight is higher, the stakes and whatnot. How do you sort of deal with that situation personally?
You try not to think about it too much, because the more you think about it, the more it becomes an issue. So it's just about concentrating on what you're doing day in, day out, and then try and switch off until fight night. It's a lot easier said than done, that is, though, and as it is on your mind quite a bit. You find yourself dozing off to fall asleep, and you wake yourself up throwing punches. Throwing punches. I've done that a few times in this camp, so it's definitely there subconsciously, even though I'm trying to stay switched off as much as possible. But yeah, you try not to think about the implications of the fight itself. Just think about focusing on what I'm going to do on the night, because that's the only thing I can control, really. Is
there anything different to prepare for someone who's got momentum like he has at the moment? He's had the good wins behind his back, so is there anything else that you could sort of prepare for?
Not as far as his momentum's concerned. I think he's gonna come in with his tail up, obviously, confidence, which might make him a little bit more aggressive. But I'm going to fight fire with fire in this fight. That's the plan. So, again, just concentrate on what I'm going to do.
Your last few fights, you got the wins. A bit frustrating at the end of both fights, with this Tom Little stoppage and the infamous bite. What can you take away positive from them fights to implement? I know you won, but from the performance, from everything, what can you take away positive?
Well, I do believe I performed well in both fights, and I've obviously had the training camps for each fight, the fight night, the fight week, the fight day preparation. So I've got that momentum as well, apart from. The only thing I didn't have from them fights was the feel-good factor of winning. Yeah. And I'll be honest, I didn't have that from them fights. I had frustration after them fights. So I didn't get that buzz of the win. But sometimes the buzz of the win can take a long time to come down from, and then you have to get going again. So I've just been straight back into the same mindset. So it might have worked in my favour in a way, but I've definitely got my own momentum.
There was someone else on the card, obviously, Dereck Chisora fighting again. Some people have been saying maybe the winner of this could possibly fight Chisora. Where do you think Chisora stands at this point of his career, and do you think he will come victorious on July 20th? Tough fight.
It is a tough fight, yeah, and props to Dereck for taking it, but he's. I think he's in a good position, Dereck. I think he was in a great fight with Dillian Whyte and got caught in the 11th round in a fight which was very close, and he was performing really well. He's exciting to watch, and I think Dereck could push after he wins this one and maybe get a world title shot again. I'd like to think he would for himself.
Would that interest you if you come past Dave Allen?
Yeah, it would, definitely, yeah. Me and Dereck have always got on really well and got a lot of time and respect for each other, but as boxing's a business, if it made sense, I think we both agreed to make the fight.
Just one little touch on Dave Allen. You just spoke to Sky a bit ago, saying that your plan is to go in there and knock him out, and he tweeted back saying, don't let yourself gas out. I don't know, implementing the fact that you might gas out if you go all out. Is there any sort of reply back to that?
He'll tell him not to worry about what I'm going to do as far as gassing out, because he'll have more than enough on his hands when I'm trying to knock him out.
Fair enough. Just a few more questions. Callum Smith, fellow Liverpudlian, talks of him fighting Canelo. First and foremost, would you think that's the perfect time for him to take that fight, and how do you see that fight playing out if it was to be made?
Good time to make the fight, definitely. Any time someone's a world champion like Callum Smith is and making the unification, it's a great time to make the fight, especially against the premier name in boxing. So definitely a great time for Callum to take the fight, and I think it's a fight he can win, really. I mean, Canelo's brilliant, and he's probably my favourite fighter, but there has been fights in the past where people have thought he may have been a bit fortunate, and I think Callum's definitely got the tools to cause him problems.
He talks of Joe Saunders as well. That's another very tough fight, all British war. How do you see that one playing?
Again, Joe Saunders is versatile and can adapt to any style and can cause problems for anyone, and I just think Callum's at that weight probably a bit too big and a bit too strong maybe, but Billy Joe is elite level fighter himself again, so it'd be hard to call, but I'd have to just nudge towards me fellow Scouser.
And one of the last questions, AJ Ruiz, obviously you've been asked about it a few times, but I want to ask you, you've shared the ring with him in sparring. Were you shocked that AJ lost the fight, especially if you look at it stylistically as a boxing fan as well?
Yeah, I was shocked he lost. I wasn't expecting him to lose, but I'm not shocked that he's, he was going to lose at some time. Definitely was going to lose at some time. So in hindsight, I shouldn't have been shocked, but I weren't massively shocked. I was just like, it happens, it's boxing, it's sport, people lose and upsets do happen. And I think Anthony Joshua himself probably knew he'd lose at some point, and now it's happened. It's about how he comes back from it.
July 20th, what are we expecting?
Fireworks, big blows today, the big knockout punches from me landing on Dave Allen's head.
Sound. All the best. Thank you very much. Cheers. Appreciate it.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else